Every kill on a brood is a long time to be slowed down.
Yeah, huge kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
EYW's TPing in. Kisses are coming through.
Faith Beyond, Mortimer's Kisses, Snowball there. Faith Beyond outrunning it. They've got the stun out on Ori. They get the kill onto the Snapfire. Now they look over PYW. He can't get away from this one. Snowball on cooldown. Reality Rift pulls him in. Ame now dominating.
What are they expecting to happen here, though, on Vici? Like, there's no Broodmother. Spectre doesn't have Horn. And Spectre has Tread's drums. Like, Spectre can't fight. Brood's dead. It's 3 versus 5 at max. He goes for a stick ring Mango against the Zeus.
"30 seconds to battle."
God, old 11 moving in mid. When was the last time we saw Ori off the mid lane? It's pretty nuts. And then I do love Innocence, Trail of the Burning Doom.
Always. We haven't mentioned that, actually. I saw you cast the the China Cup thing, and that you were talking about this. But we haven't got to get to see it yet this tournament, have we?
No, we really haven't seen it, but it's just a glitched item, so I don't know if production will take a look at...
dude, it's not glitched. Leave it alone.
At his items, but if you look at Innocence's Tombstone, it's got Trail of the Burning Doom on it, and that will show up on fire, and so will he.
So let's talk about this top lane though, because they have this Undying, but
we've got 3 heroes here, and Undying's already in trouble. 1 second stun, but he'll freeze over, and Ori gets first blood immediately.
Has been killed.
Oh, they get the career as well. So I was going to say, they have this Undying up in the top lane, up against Snapfire Tusk. Obviously, Vici get the first blood, which is great before the AAT is away. But Tusk Snapfire don't mind trading if like the Undying gets relatively low at any point. Like, they do have really good kill potential up in this lane. This is something we see other teams play just normally, like this Snapfire 3, Tusk 4, not just because they have a Brood mid, but they have so much burst potential at level 2 especially.
Not so fast.
So we'll see how Faith Beyond does with this Wisp.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how Jinky uses this Wisp as the 4. Because most of the time at the moment, we see this hero as a 5, right? But they almost have like 2 position 5s in a Wisp and an Undying. This double defensive save.
Mortimer, get away.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
going down up top to Ame. Not really expecting that.
No, I don't know. They hit their level 2s first. So, like, the Tusk is still level 1, right?
Which is crazy to me that Innocence is level 2 before PYW is.
It just means they pressure their advantage because they both hit their 2 first. So the Undying gets a soul rip, lots of burst potential, which is good. I can see there being a lot more kills up in this top lane though as well.
Oh, little Shredder. That is an early little Shredder. With a snowball on Ame.
Yeah, that's interesting that he went little Shredder. Because so the way it works with tag team is the first hit is the only one that works with tag team. The rest don't have the same effect anymore. Oh, look, mid, Brood.
Yeah, already diving the tier 1, going after nothing to say. And gets the kill. Old 11 just jumping down the throat of this Zeus.
Now he's going to miss a whole wave under the tier 1 tower. So he's just hit level 4, Brood's about to hit level 5. Oh god.
Yeah.
And this is what I was afraid of. None of them can deal with the Brood in the laning stage. Like, Zeus can push the lane out, which is really nice. But it doesn't stop the Brood from just running at you with the massive movement speed advantage. And it's not even like they can do anything about it. Mid again.
Snowball coming over, nothing to say. He just came back. He ends up going down.
Oh, no.
Innocence might be able to get the trade, but he just doesn't have decay.
Now Brood's about to hit level 6, and Zeus is just still level 4. So when he gets the insatiable hunger, if he wants to take it, he can just kill him again. You know, this is one of these games that you're like, why? This only happens once in a series, you know?
What, Brood?
You make sure you ban Brood out next time. It's not even that. It happens like once every now and then everybody forgets that, like, Brood is a hero, so they let it through once, and they go, oh yeah, Brood's in the game. And then they make sure they ban it out last phase against them every single time after.
Innocence chasing PYW, both level 3. Brood 6. Already has one, well, no boots, but already has one blade of alacrity going into the defusal blade.
And what does Nothing to Say do here? They put a ward behind the mid-tier 1 as well.
Look at where he's standing.
Yeah, if you're an LGD fan, don't look at the net worth chart. Keep on CS for a little while, but don't look at the net worth chart. No, production. I said don't look at the net worth chart. Oh my god. Bot lane.
Oh,
Wisp.
yeah, they're going in on to Jinku. They'll look for the cold feet to proc, but it won't. Faith Beyond right-clicking away at Erica, who is in pretty deep, but he's fine. It's first night damage, not a lot coming out onto this Spectre just yet. Goes 202, just to start.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I think you nearly always go like 4-0-2, and then some people max out the Dispersion and some people max out the Desolate, depending on like how defensive they feel like they need to be.
Double stack?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
God, mid-tier 1 already gone. Zeus still not level 6, trying to TP out, and just barely does.
Are fortified.
Jesus.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh god, he's so far behind though. He's level 5 and Brood's level 8 on the mid lane.
He's got 1,900 net worth. Meanwhile, Ame top in some trouble. Snowball comes in. They got the cold feet to proc. Jinku makes the rotation. They've got the tombstone down. That'll eventually fall. DY getting a lot of gold from that. They hit the stun on Ori. Oh, Scatterblast gets avoided thanks to the Phantasm.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really well played, and they get the kill on both PYW and Ori.
It does feel like at the moment CK's almost going to be this saving grace potentially for LGD.
Damn, that was really impressive.
So he always has the Fusel Blade on Brood. So sometimes we see people go... And sorry, I know I'm talking about Old 11 a lot, but I feel like he's the most important hero in this game with the way it's going right now. So... This Broodmother, sometimes you see people go like Midas, sometimes you see them go Ags. But I really like the Diffusal Blade this game. Like, I think he realizes that none of these Dire heroes really want to fight at like the 10 to 15 minute mark. If they can get away with it. Obviously, like, CK can kind of, and Zeus can kind of. But if he finds anybody on the map by themselves, I think they die.
Ags first for Ori, no surprise there. Is this Diffusal already here?
Yes.
Wow. Top lane, cold feet. Go after Ame, Murmurs Kisses, and he's going to try and walk away from this one. Erica up top. They get the kill into PYW as well as DY, though. There was in 2 on Vici. They still haven't killed off the CK. Reality Rift, right clicks coming in. Spectral Dagger, finally he falls, but he's traded. Faith Beyond takes out Erica. 3-for-1 trade in the favor of LGD. So despite the very farmed Broodmother mid, it's not going too poorly in the side lanes.
No, that's a really good rotation. So there's another cool thing to talk about here. So if you look at Night Stalker's skill build, instead of maxing the Void, he's gone 2-0-3 because he's playing with a Wisp. So it's more advantageous to have the movement speed to play with, rather than like the nuke damage.
Spirit's just flying in and hitting Ori. So yeah, Faith Beyond looking for that first item. Drums, you've got the defusal here
lane,
already for the
CK.
Broodmother.
Oh,
Just kind of miss each other there.
yeah. Mama hunting.
Faded Brooch.
That's a really good Night Stalker item this game. I mean, they could give it to the Zeus as well. I think both are fine.
Ame just using his Phantasm basically off cooldown since he's got it.
Yeah, which is, I think it's really important you do that though on CK, because you don't need to use the Phantasm just to fight in these early stages of the game. I think it's important that you can use it to farm as well. You'll also notice that he's farming on Agi Treads, which is really good on like certain strength heroes like Tiny and CK and things. Because it's more value to have the attack speed than the extra little bit of damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it's level 7. Brood level 11. Oh my god. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, Brood is really far ahead in terms of XP. Goldie's only 1,000, but the XP lead's almost 3,000.
Yeah,
But it is just the Brood.
quite a bit. Snowball over to the neutrals. PYW in some trouble. Faith Beyond right on top of this Tusk. We got DY coming over. The Thunder God's Wrath from nothing to say gets the kill into PYW. They look over at Ori. They've got the Tombstone down to the high ground. A little Shredder to try and take it out, but Zorb keeps it alive for a second. They'll take out Ori. They'll take out DY. 3 heroes dead. Old 11 comes over to make the trade on the Innocence.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
No, they're
attack.
playing around this Night Stalker really well at the moment.
Yeah.
This is super cool to see. And like you see, Nothing to Say has this really bad lane, but he's still just going to run around and try and make things happen on the map. You know, at least for Vici, bot lane, hang on, R8.
Going after Erica for a moment. Well, PYW and Erica are kind of going after him. He can hold his ground, though.
Tower is
I
under
was going to say, who's
attack.
going after who there? They were like, yeah, we can kill R8. Oh god, no, hang on. Have you seen Jinky's going for Helm with a Dom, by the way, on the Wisp as well?
Usually you see like that early mech.
And he's going for those double stacks again, like he did with the techies before, on these camps.
Yeah, but I think Faith Beyond's the one who's going to get most of these last hits, right?
I would assume, like, they just both click them until they die.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't think it matters for them who gets it as much as it is, like, just make sure we take it. Because they're basically both cores anyway, with the way that LGD play. Snowball. Mid.
We've got the Walrus Punch, nothing to say.
Under attack.
He'll end up going down. Old 11 getting another kill, 3-0-1.
Dire's structures.
Can they? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say they're about to take the top tier 1
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower is under
Oh, I was
attack.
gonna say, at what point can they take it? But I didn't see how low it was.
Dire's top tower.
Take the
has
top
fallen.
tier 1, and Broodmother continuing to just invade the jungle, almost has the axe.
Oh, it's spiders versus zombies.
The new movie from Hollywood.
It's like awful. It's like snakes on a plane all over again.
God. Spiders take the tombstone, and he gets 200 gold. I was actually just talking about how hyped that
DY.
movie was supposed to be, as DY drops bottom. Ame getting the kill there, and he's had himself a pretty good time. He's not too far behind the Brood, and then Faith Beyond, he's happy with his performance thus far. Looks like they're
Radiant's
gonna
bottom tower is under
try and
attack.
smoke and make
But they
something
smoked under a
happen.
ward. Like this sentry that LGD have put down doesn't quite reach the observer,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
so they don't know that the Radiant had vision there. So now it'll be interesting to see how Vici set up and if they kind of want to like almost bait this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
And from the Radiant, not going to catch anybody from the Dire. They're across the other side of the middle lane.
Hey, lucky that, yeah. They're waiting for this. Okay, Snapfire's 800 gold of Ags. I was wondering if she'd go Greaves first, just for this timing early on, but I guess Ags is really strong still.
Wow. Look at Zeus going for a Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, he has to do this game
Yeah.
though, right? Because it's not even just the Broodmother, it's the Spectre and the Tusk as well. Mid lane, hang on, Snowball.
Snowball still going in on him. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through. They get the kill on nothing to say. Faith Beyond comes over the crippling fear right on to PYW, try to TP out. They have the damage to take this Tusk.
Flesh sustains.
How far can they really feel comfortable chasing? It looks like they want
Arme's
to
coming in with the
go.
Phantasm.
And he's coming around the side. Old 11 goes after this Faith Beyond Night Stalker and just blows him up. Ice Blast comes out from DY. They get the kill on Ori, and now Ame forced the TP away. That'll leave Innocence by himself. He's on the run, but Old 11 and Erica will follow him up. And they should be able to get the kill. They've got the defusal. Yeah, it's off cooldown. That'll slow him down.
Relocate.
In some trouble. Relocate to the side. That actually
Okay, nice.
keeps him alive. Well done there by Jinkyu. Wasn't exactly that far from where he was, but it was far enough where it's out of danger.
So what timings are both teams looking for here? So Spectre's going Radiant still.
Wow.
Which I see.
Wow. Sorry, just because when was the last time we've seen Radiant Spectre?
It's not uncommon against the illusion heroes like PL,
Yeah, but
CK, Naga.
Exactly, but usually the standard build isn't with that Radiance anymore when it used to be that standard build for Spectre like all the time.
Yeah, and most of the time, even when they go Radiance, they tend to go for the Manta first, just because of how big the power spike is with the the desolate damage and stuff. But
Yeah.
just going straight in for the Radiance. Old 11 mid lane. He doesn't have a BKB yet.
He's in some trouble. They have a 3-second stone with the silence, and now they're going to take out the Brood. Old 11 drops to Ame. That is a massive kill here for LGD. Every kill on a Brood is a long time to be slowed down.
Yeah, huge kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
EYW's TPing in. Kisses
Mortis
are coming
Punch,
through.
Faith Beyond, Mortimer's Kisses, Snowball there, Faith Beyond outrunning it. They've got the stun out on Ori. They get the kill onto the Snapfire. Now they look over PYW. He can't get away from this one. Snowball on cooldown. Reality Rift pulls him in. Ame now dominating.
Radiant's middle tower is under
What are
attack.
they expecting to happen here, though, on Vici? Like, there's no Broodmother. Spectre doesn't have Horn.
Radiant's
And Spectre
middle
has
tower
Tread's
has
drums.
fallen.
Like, Spectre can't fight, Brood's dead, it's 3 versus 5 at max. And now, not only have they lost their mid tower, which they would have lost anyway, they've now given away 2 kills for free as well. Like, this Snapfire hasn't even finished Ags yet. I really don't
Ori.
know why they thought they could defend that tower.
Not doing too bad in terms of farm, but he would love to have that axe. What's the experience difference now? Now it's in favor of LGD. There was massive opportunity there for Vici that's just kind of slipped through their fingers with that
Yeah, and look-
death.
Look at the net worth of the supports as well. That's the big thing here. So, like, the Wisp and the Undying are both ahead of the Tusk and the AA. So, like, all the net worth lead that comes through at the moment is, like, mate, it's nearly all in the supports.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yes, it's... Oh,
DY ends up dead over mid
Just
though.
TPs.
Ame. Yeah, he's just gonna
Dyer's
TP
middle
away.
tower
They don't-
is under
We
attack.
talked about the lack of stuns in this game.
yeah, we did.
No
And now he has
surprise.
now he has BKB as well, so there's definitely a lack of stuns. I mean,
Mightiest
they've got, like,
BKB,
what, Pudge, and that's it. So,
Night Stalker, he's getting really close to his axe. When he finishes that off, I think this game just gets way more tough for Vici overall.
yeah, it does for sure, especially because they'll have so much more wave clear then. Because at the moment, it's only really the Zeus that has that kind of a capability to push waves up. Because of this,
Doesn't
like,
even
weird
feel
support
comfortable.
duo they have with the Wisp and the Undying. Oh, spit out, mid.
Yeah, lands right onto the Zeus. They have the Walrus Punch to follow it up as well as the Mortimer's Kisses. They get the kill on Nothing to Say while DY dies over bottom. They drop the Tombstone. They continue to push the Tier 2 tower. They've got a catapult here. They want to move forward on this.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
And then now this game's really weird for Vici now because they wanted to use this Brood timing early on, but they haven't been able to. So now it's kind of almost like, do we go in full recovery mode? You know, what's the plan here? Because Spectre still can't fight until she gets her timings.
Yeah, a couple hundred gold away from the Sacred Relic, but the Radiance is a bit away. And we talked, well, you talked about how even when we see Radiance, it's usually the Manta Radiance. So it
Radiant's
feels like
bottom
this
tower
Spectre
is
is
under
just
attack.
not going to be able to participate much.
Yeah, but even when Spectre gets Radiance, like, their team fighting still isn't massively strong with the Spectre.
Yeah.
It's like the Radiance is the first item to the next item, you know? It's not really a fighting item in itself. You still need that little bit of innate tankiness.
Faith Beyond now has this Ags. Zeus farming up some stacks. He's going into a Blink Dagger. And Brood, who picked up that Ags defusal pretty quickly, had Treads queued up, but just going into the BKB has enough for the Mythril Hammer and a little bit off this BKB. They'll use the Haunt. They'll find themselves Faith Beyond. They get the kill on the Night Stalker.
Mid lane as well, Zeus.
And then over mid, Zeus getting chased, but pops that Ghost Scepter and backs away from Old 11. All the while, though, Ame continuing to farm. He hasn't had to use that BKB yet, so still sitting at 10 seconds, and he wants to go into the Silver Edge. Oh, DY.
Oh no, not again.
Gets like 2-shot by this guy. That's the problem with an Ancient Apparition in this game. There's a Night Stalker and a CK that can just rip him apart.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Spectral Dagger cooldown.
Dire's
Sacred
top
Relic
tower
picked up
is
by the
under
Spectre.
attack. Radiant are scanning.
DY? Ice Blast? Okay. Bottom lane secured.
Just pushing,
Dire's top
just pushing.
tower is under attack.
They're hunting here, though, on LGD. They're smoked up. They want to find an entrance.
Dire's top tower.
Stalker using that Dark Ascension right onto Ori. Ori in a lot of trouble. Nothing to say is here. The silence no longer. Scatterblast comes through. Ori, though, ends up dead with the Thunder God's Wrath getting used here by Nothing to Say. They get the kill on Ori and PYW, taking out 2 and look for the 2-1 tower in the top lane.
Do you go straight into the pit here, if you're LGD? I mean, you have Phantasm
yeah,
up like it still, right? Like,
Radiant's
so,
top tower has fallen.
like, with 2 heroes dead, especially the Snapfire being the one with the big, you know, gobble up and the kisses AoE into the pit. Yeah, they go straight in. This is really good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't understand how Shinkyu constantly just plays this well.
Sean has fallen.
I'm
He's gone
so
for his-
impressed.
Yeah, he's gone Helmet Dominant Mech and then back into the Ags as well, which is super cool to see. So he's going to get that Spirit Hero damage talent at level 20. You see they're just feeding him the tomes as well.
Yeah.
Like, they need to get him to that point in the game.
Like, FI will always be my number 1.
Dire's
but-
bottom tower is under attack.
Man, there is a competition for 2, and Shinkyu is leading.
I mean, it's, like, FY is obviously, I think, everybody's favourite, because... you know,
Innocence getting chased down by Old 11. BKB's been popped, goes after the Undying still.
that-
Finish him off
Is that worth it, though?
Dire's middle
for a
you pop your
10-second
BKB?
BKB.
Yeah, to kill an Undying. If they get the tier 2, it's obviously fine. But yeah,
Dire's
LGD aren't
bottom
going to want
tower
to give this
is under
up.
attack.
So yeah, but back to this point.
Yeah.
FY is obviously everybody's favourite, because he's been playing at a high level for so long. But Jinkyu is so entertaining to watch. And I think
Yeah.
when you get to watch players like this, it feels really special.
It really does, because it's... I don't know. It's his ability to just play at such a high level on
Radiant's
so
top
many
tower
different
is under
heroes. Me and you alone have seen him on,
Dire's
what,
bottom
30
tower is
different
under
heroes?
Yeah. It's super cool. They're going to smoke up here, though, on LGD. They want to make the most of this downtime on the BKB, potentially, at least. It seems like Vici
Dire's
knew.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they kind of get back and hide themselves. Although Ame's like right here with this Aegis. Dark Ascension gets used, coming around the back, thinking about it. Spots Erica. Old 11 towards the front has that 9-second BKB going Nullifier next.
I mean, they're almost just popping the Dark Ascension to get information here.
Seems like it, yeah, just get the vision. Reality Rift with the stun, Fire Snap, Cookie, Thunder God's Wrath comes in, they've got the BKB on Old 11, he starts the retreat, but now looks over potentially at Faith Beyond. They have the silence with the Crippling Fear out on Erica for a second. Over to the side is nothing to say, the Reality Rift comes out on Erica, 4-second stun! Spectre saved by the Snowball, Ice Blast coming in towards the back with the Mortimer's Kisses on Ame. He pops the BKB, he'll find DY. Somehow surviving for now, but a 2-second stun. Decay comes out from Innocence onto this Ancient Apparition, making it a little bit easier for Ame, and they'll buy back. They'll throw in PYW. They've got themselves the Walrus Punch as well as the Snowball that's going to hit into Ame. He actually snowballs back towards the creeps. They're able to take up the Aegis, and now how comfortable do LGD feel going into this? The Cold Feet, the damage, out on nothing to say. They get the cone of the Zeus. They look over Faith Beyond. Night Stalker in some trouble, pops the Crippling Fear, but he's chased down. They've got the damage of the Relocate. Again, just getting the escape, and they're going to come back into this fight. The question is, do they continue to fight? Oh, it's not looking likely because Ame is dead. Ice Blast hits, Cold Feet's there. They bring back Shinkyu. He's trying to TP out, but the Fire Snap Cookie lands from Ori, and they'll find another one. Vici come roaring back with a very good fight by their Tier 2 tower.
Yeah, CK had like 0.2 seconds left on his TP, and Wisp had like 0.5 or something. So they just about get the stuns through in time to cancel the TPs, and that's a big win for them. That Snowball save to keep the Spectre alive was massive. Because if he dies there, they lack that like extra little bit of damage that comes through, and LGD won't be afraid to run at them. It was so well played by Vici to not only save the Spectre, but kite out the CK BKB duration, like almost bait them further in than towards like where LGD wanted to be. Like, they just overextended ever so slightly, and Vici punished them massively for like using their spells without really getting anything on LGD.
And that goes back to the conversation about 4 positions, because PYW played that amazing. He's another one of those guys who plays at such a high level, and he's so exciting to watch.
Who was the guy that we saw play Tusk yesterday and have that really good performance? Was it Bobica? I can't remember. This bot 2-1, they want to come and defend. Make sure it doesn't go for free at least.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's structures are
Oh, they fortified.
Looking for PYW.
Oh, Tusk. Oh, Zeus cancelled the TP.
PYW gets hit with the Void. He'll try to TP out. They've got the Reality Rift to the right-click damage to get the kill onto the Tusk. Out of Atos built for DY.
Zeus cancelled the TP that they glyphed to save his TP with. That was interesting. I mean, D-Way's going to die here, but...
Cold Feet, DY on the run. Thunder God's Wrath will finish him off and then over the cliff, but won't find Erica.
Spectre has Manta now. I don't know. The Spectre all of a sudden feels really strong. Like, this is the Manta timing that we talk about every single game when the Syria gets picked.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even just the Manta, it's the Manta Radiance. A relatively good timing we should add as well from Erica.
Considering the pace of the game and how slow it felt from him at first, but he did a good job. They'll use the Haunt, they go up to Jinkyu, they get the kill there onto this Wisp. And they'll draw forward, they look over at Innocence as well as Ame. Innocence pops the ult. Oh, good dodge of the stone with the Manta.
Here come
They've
the
got
spiders.
Spiderlings coming over on Ame's right. He gets up the stairs. It's spiders versus zombies once again. The Crippling Fear is out on top of the Broodmother, but the right-click damage doesn't care for that. The BKB gets popped by Old 11. He'll continue to chase on a Faith Beyond. They get the kill into Innocence. They look over as he tries to get under where the Tier 2 used to stand, but there's really nowhere for him to run. Old 11 gets the kill into Faith Beyond, and it's a 4K lead for Vici. Seems like the time has been held long enough where Spectre can come in and fight.
Yeah, and you can see the control issues for LGD are really showing at this point. Like, when Vici really, get going and start running at them with this Broodmother and with the Spectre, they can't do anything to control them. So Vici just carry on their assault the whole time, and LGD basically just have to try and run, which against Brood Spectre, very difficult to do. Does he have another fire on Brood?
That's what he was going for next, and is that
he's
coming
got
out
it
already? Wow. I mean, I say already, but he's almost got 20k net worth. They've got a 3-second stun. The BKB that's pop. Fire Snap Cookie the wrong direction, so now the tether from Jinkyu. Now they'll look for the Snowball.
He has Blink as well.
He'll try to... Oh, just get the Blink. Good shards. But
do they want to help
forward? I don't know if they want to go.
Yeah, I think Vici want to fight though. Look at the Zeus.
They turn around and they get the kill on Nothing to Say. Old 11 gets credit there, but right around PYW, so they end up trading 1-for-1 so far. Faith Beyond not feeling comfortable going further just by himself. He's waiting for the rest of his team to show up. DY comes forward. Rod of HOS, Ice Blast, Spectral Dagger. Old 11 gets the kill on Jinku, so they no longer have themselves the Wisp, but they get the kill there out onto Old 11 as well as DY. They take out the Brood. Brood's them for 92. They look and focus their attention onto Ori, who's trying to run. But there's the Void and there's the stun, so the damage is there to get this kill onto the Snapfire. Erica, the only one able to TP out.
I didn't see... So I originally saw the Brood kill the Zeus straight away, and then I looked away. But when the Zeus buys back, why is Brood still in the enemy base? You know?
In between the top set of racks and the tier 4s, jeez.
Feels a little bit unnecessary. I'll put it out there.
You'd think these teams would learn.
Game's so fun though.
It's been back in